Hi everyone, it's Mother Bear Tarot. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. In today's video, we are going to be channeling messages that were meant to find you, okay? These messages could be from your higher self, could be from your spirit guide. I wanted to keep the messages kind of open today, just so you guys could get whatever message was meant for you. Now, there's going to be 4 piles. We have pile number 1, this beautiful carnelian stone right here. Very pretty. Okay. Pile number 2 with this tiger's eye. Pile number 3, which is this jade heart right here. And finally, we have pile number 4, this beautiful rainbow moonstone. Okay, now it's totally normal for you to be drawn to more than one pile, so if you are, make sure to go check out all of the piles that you're drawn to, and I'll see you guys in your readings. Bye! Hi, pile number 1. This is your reading if you chose this beautiful carnelian stone right here. Okay, I can see already with the carnelian stone that you have a lot of passion inside of you, and whether or not you fully realize the amount of passion you have inside of you, it's there. There's a spark, and I feel like well, we'll get a little bit more into this in a minute, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of changes that are going to be coming to your life, especially when it comes to your passions and your adventurous side, okay? So we're going to get right into your reading. I'll put your stone right there. So these are the tarot cards that I pulled. I didn't have like a set number that I wanted to pull. I just pulled as many as I felt I needed to pull, okay? And then later on we will get into some more angel oracle cards, okay? So very first thing, we have the Tower, the 2 of Swords, the Page of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Sun, and then the 6 of Wands. Okay, so already we have lots of air signs and lots of fire signs. We do have an earth sign here, and then we have 2 major arcana cards, the Sun and the Tower. So lots of big things are going to be going on, and also a lot of passion, a lot of fire, especially because we have the Swords cards in conjunction with the Wands cards, which to me is just like adding fuel to the flame, right? Especially with the Page of Swords, okay? First off, I want to say the Tower. Okay, we're going to start with the Tower. I truly think that either you have been through it, you've been going through it, or you will be going through it in this next period. But I feel like you may be kind of stuck in this vortex state of like just kind of being negative, or only seeing the negative things, or being like, oh, why are things just like happening to me in such a negative way? Maybe it's with your relationships, maybe it's with career, maybe it's literally with every aspect of your life. Okay, 1, I want to say I feel you, and 2, I'm sorry that you're going through this time and that you've struggled through this. But with the Tower here, it's not all bad, right? It's not like you can't ever get out of this situation, especially because we have the Crown here, okay? This is divinely intervened, especially with the lightning bolt. The lightning bolt to me always symbolizes like the strength of spirit and the universe, and like them kind of like divinely intervening in your life, okay? So even though right now, or in the past, like in the recent past, it may have been really difficult for you, right? Maybe this iceberg, like how down here it is, maybe this kind of like iceberg has hit your boat and you feel like you're sinking, but you're really not. You need to be more resourceful, okay? The 2 of Swords, see, you're blind. With the blindfold, you are blind to what is actually going on, right? Because you don't really know where to look, you don't know how to be more resourceful, or you think you don't know. Especially with the crescent moon showing up here, I think that you know deep down, following your intuition, what you need to do next, or what steps you need to take, but you haven't taken those steps. And you know, everybody has a different story, everybody has a different path that they're going on, but I truly think that the reason why you're not going down this path is because maybe you're scared. You're scared to fall from the tower. You're scared to fall from the stability. You're scared to fall from this familiar place that you've been in for a really long time. But the thing is you've been blind this whole time, right? And now it's time for you to go into a new phase in your life, okay? It's now time for you to become this Page of Swords, okay? See, that, I don't know, the Page of Swords to me, out of all of the page cards, looks the most majestic. Like their hair is flowing, the birds are up here making like a halo over their head. They've got the sword, they've got the sights, they've got their red, they've got their passion, right? I truly feel like you are going to, it's kind of like having like the air beneath your wings. Like you are in this next period, and I think that this is an important message for you to hear, is that you do have this energy inside of you, this passion inside of you, and the reason why you may be scared at this time is because you don't want to fail. Maybe it's due to, the fear of failing, the fear of other people thinking that you're a loser, the fear of what other people will think, the fear of rejection, right? But when it comes to like the Page of Swords, you have so much passion and enthusiasm inside of you, and that you can do things and you can make these goals and these dreams totally, like anything that you want to achieve, you can totally do that, okay? You just need to make that choice. And it's going to be scary because at the beginning, because you've been in this kind of like Tower, Two of Swords situation where you're blind to really what's going on in your life, or you're blind to all of the other options that you have right now because you've been in this place for so long. When you get into this, it's going to be a little scary, but it's going to be exhilarating, okay? This is going to be a time where you will be exhilarated, and these messages are coming forward for you because I feel like you've been stuck in this place. Okay, see how this, I know the Tower card has the black background, but it's like the darkest card out of all of these cards. And it's actually the most negative out of all of these other cards. All of these cards are very positive in your reading other than the Tower, okay? We have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands showing up here, okay? So at the beginning of your journey, right, you're going to be walking through this doorway, see, with the Ace of Pentacles, okay? I'm also like kind of out of breath, like low key, so maybe it's just going to be very overwhelming for you at this time as well. But with the Ace of Pentacles showing up here, either you will receive a gift or somebody is going to give you help in a monetary type of way, whether that's like them helping you out with your business, them helping you out with rent if you're low on rent, this helping you out in some sort of way. And you're going to be going through this pathway, right? This is the beginning of your journey. You haven't fully left the yard yet, but you're on your way out towards the mountains. And then you get out there and you realize with the Ace of Wands, see, now we're at the mountain, or we're close to the mountain, right? We're close to this mountain. We're just going to go across the river. You realize that you actually hold all of that power and that passion and all of the magic and energy that you need inside of you. You realize that on this journey, on this pathway, okay? And you have it inside of you. This message, honestly, if you have been thinking about exploring or going out for adventures, or you, again, have been kind of caught up in this like Tower type of situation for a while, even just mentally, like if things haven't happened, you're just like feeling kind of blah, this is your confirmation from Spirit saying like, it is time for you to recognize the power that you have within, and the power that will come to you when you start going on this journey. Like with the Ace of Pentacles here, right? And the Ace of Wands together, it's like Spirit is saying, if you go down this path, you're going to realize how much you have to offer, and you're also going to get offerings from other people, because the more energy you put into the universe, the more of that same energy you'll get out. That's why you've been stuck in this kind of Tower situation, because you keep putting that kind of energy into it, okay? And I know people are going to be like, oh, well, you just don't understand, blah, 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 right? Well, no, but also at the same time, why would you want to continue to think negatively if that hasn't gotten you anywhere, right? Start to think about the things that you do have inside of you and recognize how powerful and passionate and fiery you are. Even if you're like the most timid, shy person, there's an aspect. That's why you chose this stone, this carnelian stone, right? That's why you chose this stone. There's so much fire and warmth inside of you, and you need to let it out, right? And then, of course, what do we have coming out here? We have the sun. Literally the warmest, brightest card in all of the tarot, right? This is, look at you on the horse, little baby, okay? You're going on your journey, you got your sunflowers, the universe is behind you, and you're going to start to feel that way when you follow this pathway, right? You have the ability to have the sun inside of you. You have this ability 100%, and you just need to be able to pursue it. And when you do pursue this passion, this goal, if this, like, literally you've wanted to travel, I get the sense of traveling just because there's a lot of land right here. Okay, and then you're a lot of horses too, right? There's 2 horses at this end. So I get the sense that you're going to be doing a lot of moving, a lot of traveling. If that is something that you've always wanted to do, green light, go. Just like blindly choose a destination that you can go to and just go and do it and experience this world, okay? You are going to be recognized, okay, with the 6 of Wands. Look at how glorious and victorious this person is with the horse. Okay, 1, red is the color of power, and then 2, green is the color of like the heart chakra, and also like the color of money. So people associate it with abundance and financial abundance, right? But we have the wreaths, we have all of these people in the background cheering you on. Okay, it was just 11:11 on the clock too, so you may see 11:11. That is a significant confirmation from Spirit for you guys, okay? So make sure to follow this path. Choose this path of the Page of Swords. Don't continue to stay in this vortex, because who was it that said it? I think it was Einstein. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result, right? If you continue to stay in this vortex, you're not going to get out of it. If you try and do something new, even if it's something small, you're going to start to make your way onto a different pathway until it's a completely different journey that you've been on, right? Okay, so we are going to get some more messages. We have the air spirit knowledge. Yes, number 1. See, going away on this boat. That's why I travel 100%. Okay, and I feel like when people travel, they're more cultured. They tend to be more wise. They tend to be more enthusiastic about life. They tend to be happier people, and you're going to be using this knowledge to help you go through, especially with the enthusiasm, through using your words, through using your intellect, right, your knowledge, you'll be able to get down to this, okay? So if this is like you invented something and you've always wanted to do something with it, then 100% you are going to be recognized with the 6 of Wands over here and using that knowledge. The next card we have is protection, guardians of the land, 100%, right? Especially with this Ace of Pentacles showing up here and the Ace of Wands. I really feel like, and again with the lightning bolt, like you going down this pathway, it's going to be part of your soul's journey and your soul's mission here on this earth, okay? And it's yours to discover what is going to be going on. And Spirit and the universe have divinely intervened, and they're going to make sure that you're protected at this time, okay? 100%. They wouldn't just like blindly just like do this thing to make you want to go on this path for like no reason and then take it all away from you, okay? There's lessons to be learned here, and just know, like with the Stag Spirit, right here, that to me is leadership again, okay? You are going to be a leader to a lot of people. You're going to inspire a lot of people, but it all starts with you making that decision and finding that confidence within, finding that passion inside of you, okay? Then we also have Ooh, prosperity lies ahead. See, look at all of these, like, these spirits with, like, the horns. Okay, prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. Okay, yes, lots of prosperity is coming to you. I've already said that, but it's always nice to get confirmation from spirit, right? And then the final card you have from this deck is you are very close to achieving your goal. Yes. Okay, so maybe you've been trying to work on this goal for a really long time, but you felt like you can't achieve it because you're in this vortex, right, of the Tower moment. And see how we have the crown? The crown is falling down for you to, maybe it's an ego thing, right? Maybe for you it's your ego is getting in the way, okay? But you can achieve this goal with the Page of Swords here, right? And with the page, that talks about newness, and we have the new moon in Taurus and being kind of like stubborn and grounded, okay? So getting into the earth, especially with like the fire energy and the air energy we have here, making sure that you're grounded, okay? Or kind of burning off any of that heat with some water, like in a shower. That'll be good for you guys as well, okay? But you will achieve this goal if you put your mind to it, okay? We're gonna get another card, and I'm gonna use the Rose Oracle deck right here, and I'm gonna just pull one final card for you guys, pile number 1. So this one wants to come out. We are nature, literally, what was I just talking about? We are nature. Becoming grounded, embodiment, living in connection. See how she's part of nature? See how, I don't know if you can see this, see how there's like this other little being right here in her throat chakra? Again, communication is going to be very important for you at this time, and for you to kind of achieve your goals, okay? But also getting grounded, getting into nature. So whether that's just you going out and sitting on your front lawn and like meditating, or if that's like you literally going into the forest, going into nature and meditating, being out there, learning from the forest, learning from the creatures that are out there, okay? You are the living embodiment of the universe, right? Through you, the universe and everything is achievable. Everything in this world is achievable. And it's only us that are standing in our way, right? With the Tower moment over here, we are the ones that are standing in our way, okay? We have the knowledge of the universe. We have the infinite abundance of the universe. We have the protection of the universe, okay? All of the things like this Tower moment, maybe you've been in this Tower moment because that's going to be critical and vital to your success later on. Because maybe this is what helps fuel to get to you with the Six of Wands and how you're going to help people. Or maybe that fuels your passion and your desire with the Page of Swords, right? Using this communication, using your sword to be able to not be blind to everything, but use that knowledge that you have inside of you and realize that you are able to do anything that you set your mind to, okay? So make sure you get out into nature to ground yourself. That's going to be super important for you at this time. I feel really, really great about your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please, if you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Make sure to put down in the comments down below, let's do a sun emoji for you guys. Okay, put a sun emoji down in the comments so I know and other people know that you made it to the end of your reading. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye! Hi, pile number 2. This is your reading if you chose this Tiger's Eye stone right here. This is one of the oldest stones in my collection that I have. I think I got this when I was like 8 or 9 years old. Okay, so I'll put that there. First off, whew, you guys have so many fucking court cards. You literally have 3 court cards, the Empress, the Magician, and then the 3 of Swords, okay? So we'll get to that in a second, but first I want to start at this end because I really feel like these are all kind of like not different steps, but kind of a little bit of different stages, and then any problems you're going to be facing. So this message was 100% meant for you, okay? If you felt called to pile number 1, I would go back and watch pile number 1 too, because I get the similar kind of like passionate, fiery spiciness from pile number 1 in this reading as well, okay? This one is just way more potent. I really feel whatever this is going to be coming in for you very quickly, just because we have the Knight of Wands, we have the Empress, we have the Magician, and the Queen of Wands as well, okay? So first, the Knight of Wands. You may have an idea. If there is an idea or like something new that you're trying to bring into your life, or a like a project that you've been working on, or like you've been trying to do something with your career, or like you're trying to make something new happen in your life, 100% is happening in your life, okay? Now, that is not to say that there won't be challenges, because there will be, even though this is generally like really freaking good for you guys just from your tarot cards already, okay? But you need to be resourceful, okay? Especially when you're first starting off. If we see this Knight of Wands, okay, right? The Knight of Wands is somebody who is upbeat, somebody who's passionate, somebody who knows what they want and is willing to go after it, somebody who is adventurous and loves to explore, okay? Somebody who's very curious, but overall somebody who's fiery and will go after what they want. Especially with these salamanders here, like that's all about taking that energy and rebirthing it into something new. But with this desert in the bottom here, it's important for you guys to remember to not burn yourself at both ends of the stick, right? Especially when you're in a place that's bare and you're just starting out, okay? If you're just starting out in a business adventure, please do not put all of your eggs into one basket. Do not burn your candle at both ends, because you will get burnt out with all of this fire energy, okay? Especially because we have also swords, which is air. So that air is just going to fuel the flames, okay? Next we have the Queen of Wands, which is kind of giving off the similar kind of energy as the Knight of Wands, except for it's somebody who is like a level up. Like somebody who knows exactly how they're going to take the next steps, and they're confident in themselves. They don't need to ask anybody else's permission. They're just going to do what it is that they want. We have this sunflower and we have this black cat. So if you do see sunflowers or black cats, that will just be a confirmation for you that think about whatever it was that you were just thinking about when you see one of those things, because that's confirmation from spirit, okay, that you're on the right path. Now with the Queen of Wands, okay, it is important that this fieriness from the Knight of Wands, you harness it into the Queen of Wands, okay? With her staff, she knows how to get where she wants. She knows what kind of steps to put in place, and it kind of conjuncts with the Empress since they're right next to each other. It's like taking that hard-working aspect, the passionate aspect, that enthusiasm, that everything, and like putting it into practicality to actually birth it. Okay, with the Empress, you're birthing something, okay? Because she's fertile, she's sensual, she's sexy, she's that Venus, she's got lots of stars, so she, whatever she wants to put her mind to, right, with the Queen of Wands, she can birth that and she can succeed, okay? Especially because we have the water here, okay? It's going to kind of tame down that energy you had at the beginning, or that you will have at the beginning. I really feel like this message is meant for somebody who is an entrepreneur, somebody who is just starting out in their journey of their business, or like a new project or a new venture, okay? Or even if it's like you want to be like, I don't know, like TikTok or YouTube or like social media type of star, or you're trying to start a business or something like that, that is totally fine. But don't bite off more than you can chew at the beginning of this, okay? I really feel like there's somebody out there who needs to hear this, is why I'm going to say this, because we have the Three of Swords over here. The Three of Swords, the biggest problem, I'll get to the Magician and the King of Swords in a second, but the Three of Swords, the biggest problem that you will face, okay, is that you keep expecting things to happen either quicker than you, like you want them to happen very quickly, or you want them to happen a certain way. And you're the one who keeps like stabbing yourself in the heart. You keep putting your expectations too high, and I'm not saying you shouldn't have like standards or expectations and things like that, but don't, like, when something doesn't work out, maybe look at it as trial and error, especially as a business owner, right? You have to look at things as trial and error until you finally find that rhythm. You find that place right here where you're like, I've gone through trial and error and I know exactly where I need to go. See how she's looking towards the Empress and the Empress is looking back, right? These two are together. They know what they need to do to accomplish this goal. They know who they are. So maybe you'll be going into something like with a business partner, right? Somebody who is like you're equal but you're opposite at the same time. Okay, maybe it'll be a water sign just because we have a lot of fire energy here. If you're a fire sign or vice versa. Now, we're going to get into the Magician, but I just want to, again, reiterate. You are the one that's standing in your way. Okay? And with the Three of Swords, like, and the heart, like, the heart to me just, like, talks about passion. Okay? I don't really see this as a romantic reading as it can be taken sometimes, but when it comes to, like, the rest of this, just because we have the court cards to me indicate, like, higher level career, finances, that kind of level of stuff, especially since we have all of them. And we have the Magician here, which is literally the card of like abundance and manifestation and dreams and success and achieving all of your goals, right? Okay. You, with this Magician card, after you start to kind of pick up a little bit of traction with the Empress card, and the Queen of Wands, I really see like you're going to fully, and it was 11:11 on the clock, and it was 11:11 for group number 1. So again, if you were drawn to group number 1, go and watch that video as well, that reading. So with the Magician here, right, you, because you're so, I want to say versatile, like you're a versatile person, like maybe like you can like really multitask, okay? With the Magician, the best thing for you to do, I know you're a multitasker, because I'm a multitasker, and I know when you're a multitasker, you think that you can like do lots of things, but again, do not bite off more than you can chew. Take that kind of abundance, that power, that Magician, that magic, that Empress, okay? You can only birth one thing at one time successfully, right? You can't try and do like 8 different ventures all at once, okay? Do one that is really, really, really good, or focus on one, okay? Unless you have like a huge team behind you, which one day you probably will. But this is your message. Do not bite off more than you can chew. Do not put all of your eggs into one basket. And when I say that, I mean, yes, focus on one business venture at a time, but also don't just focus on that. Do all the things that makes you happy. Like, just say you're like really into playing the piano, but you want to do like this business for dogs, and you also really enjoy tap dancing, and you also really like going to your local library. You want to like write a book. All of those things are great, okay? But for you to have a successful shot at each of those things, or like you're trying to figure out what it is that you want to do in this life, or what kind of business venture is going to be best for you, do one thing at a time. And that's where you're going to figure out, right, with the King of Swords, you're going to use your logic, right, that trial and error, and you're going to look at that and look at all of the data that you've collected and be like, actually, this thing with the dogs didn't work out, but like my lipstick brand, it's doing great. Like that is where I need to be putting all of my attention. I hope that makes sense. Okay? Don't get too stuck and bogged down into thinking that everything that you thought that you wanted isn't actually what is going to be in your life, right? It might be. You might have always dreamt of being a fashion designer, but then you actually get it, and then you are a fashion designer. That's great. But maybe you're one of those people who is a fashion designer, you get into it and you're like, actually I don't really like doing like just like regular fashion design. I want to do like stuff for babies, or I want to go and become a costume designer, or I want to completely go and just like do something that is totally not related with fashion. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so we are going to get some more information with some other cards for you guys, and your pile was the only group to get 3 of each of the additional cards, and then we'll get one more card with my Rose Oracle deck. All the decks I'll be using today will be linked in the description box down below. Yes, adjustments are required. That's what I was literally just talking about. Trial and error, okay? You're going to come to find that adjustments will need to be made in this journey for you, okay? Adjustments are going to be super important to your journey because you're going to learn the most from that. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. Okay, again, that totally goes with the adjustments are required. Okay, you are going to, the more that you expand, the more that you're adventurous, right? With the Page of Wands and the Queen of Wands, the more that you're adventurous, the more you're going to realize like what it is that you're meant to do, or what you need to do next in your business, okay? And then believe in the impossible. Yes, blue moon, believe in the impossible. That is so important, okay? It's so important for us to believe in our dreams, believe in our goals, believe in our successes, okay? Believe in the things that, you know, you think that can't ever happen, okay? That's, again, goes with the Magician, with the abundance, right? Believing that anything is possible, okay? If you put your mind to it. If you put your mind to it. All of these people have a staff, okay? They're all showing their power by holding that like staff or wand or sword, okay, this object of power, okay? By using that, they're believing in themselves, they're believing in their word, they're believing in their power, they're believing in their wisdom, they're believing in their faith and their not their faith, their fierceness, they're believing in their fieriness, okay? You can believe in yourself, and it's super important for you to believe in yourself at this time. Okay, we're going to get, yes, courage. Have the courage to believe in yourself. Have the courage to explore. Have the courage to, explore and have trial and error, and just know, like, life is not linear, right? Life is not linear. Life goes with ebbs and flows in your life, okay? Life is a garden, as Joe Dirt says, and dig it, okay? You're going to find a lot of dirt. You're going to find a lot of seeds. You're going to find weeds. You're going to find lots of stuff that maybe, you know, you didn't really want to find, but then you're going to find those nuggets of wisdom, those things that are going to help you propel you on your pathway, okay? We have flexibility, number 48, okay? I do want to say before I continue with Willow Spirit, I was just thinking about this. You may see 3s a lot, okay? We have Aspen Spirit, which is 3. We have the Empress, which is 3. We have the 3 of Swords over here. And then your pile was the only one out of all 4 piles to get 3 of each of the type of Angel Oracle decks, okay? So you may see 3s a lot. So with the Willow Spirit, you need to have flexibility in your life. Again, you need to have that trial and error. That's going to be super important to you. And for anybody who's feeling like things are just not working out for me, again, take a step back and maybe look at everything objectively. Not like with your biased opinion, or like, oh my gosh, I thought this was going to work because this worked for this person. Well, guess what? You're not that person. Okay? You need to have, if you're going to be successful, if you want this goal to really be what it is that you want, and you want to achieve this goal of abundance, of financial stability, or whatever it is, you are the only one standing in your way. Okay? And see how we have the 3 swords in the heart right here? We have the 3 swords. That's because every single time that it doesn't work out, every single time that you try something and it doesn't work out, it's going to feel like, I don't want to say awful, but it's going to hurt, because you're going to be like, oh my God, now I'm back at square one. But guess what? You really aren't back at square one. You took 2 steps back, right? And you're going to be going on this new pathway, this new journey, where it's going to lead you somewhere else, closer to your dreams and your goals, okay? And finally, we have Owl Spirit Wisdom number 27. Okay, and I also noticed we have this butterfly, and we also have a butterfly in the King of Swords above his head. Okay, so lots of transformation is going to be happening for you in this next time. Okay, wisdom. Using that wisdom. Again, collecting that data. Collecting the data from your trial and error. Collecting the data from other people, right? You can always ask other people like what their opinion is. But the most important thing is that you are the one that's in charge. You are the one that's calling the shots. You are the one, right? Don't get caught up in what your mom thinks because she's your mom. Does your mom or does your dad or does your best friend, do they have a background in the thing that you're trying to achieve? Probably not. Okay, so if they don't have a background, you can just take their advice with a grain of salt, right? Use your wisdom from your trial and error, because you can achieve everything that you want. We are going to get one final message with this Rose Oracle deck. And like I said, I will have all of the decks linked in the description box down below for you guys. So make sure to go check them out if you like any of the decks. I want to get a couple new decks, but I don't know which one to get. So if you guys have any like suggestions for a deck, let me know in the comments down below. Okay, so the card that you guys got, your final card, is the Child Within. Inner Mother, Innocence, Gentleness, Tenderness. Yeah, see, look at, we have another baby kind of motif here. You are birthing something new. See how the mom has like this like kind of bluey crown, like it was like their crown chakra, right? You have that wisdom inside of you from your ancestors, from the spirit, from the universe, right? Because we're all connected, whatever you want to, if you believe in that. I believe we're all connected, right? And we all have access to this wisdom, okay? Look at things as if you were a child. Look at things with this. This is why I think we have the Page of Swords or the Page of Wands showing up here first. Look at everything with fresh, new eyes. Even if it's something that you've done a few times and you're just trying to figure out what works best. Look at it as if you've never looked at it before. Try to problem solve something as if you've never looked at it before. Okay? Have that innocence. Have that tenderness with yourself. Give yourself that grace, right? Speak to yourself. Don't be too harsh on yourself with the Three of Swords showing up here, okay? So pile number 2, if you enjoyed that reading, please make sure to give me a big thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe. And let's put a fire emoji down below so I know and everybody else knows that you made it to the end of your reading. Okay, I hope this reading resonated with you. If it did, make sure to leave a comment. I always love hearing from you guys. And make sure to go check out pile number 1 if you were drawn to it. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. This is your reading if you chose this beautiful green jade heart right here. And we're going to be getting messages that were meant to find you, okay? So we're going to get right into it. But actually, before I set this down, I do want to say I feel like you may have been drawn to this pile, to the green jade heart, because maybe you have kind of like an out of balance heart chakra, or you may be out of balance with your emotions. Maybe you're too emotional, or maybe you're not emotional enough. Now, I get the sense that you may not be using your emotions as much as you're using your logic. Okay, and we'll get into that in a minute. But first we have the Queen of Swords, the Moon, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. I see a journey, okay? I see a journey that you're going on. And it's more of like in your brain, in your emotions, I want to say, okay? Even though we only have one card of emotions, because you chose the green heart, that to me automatically talks about your heart chakra, right? But with the Queen of Swords and the Moon and the Seven of Pentacles all kind of like showing up right here with the Three of Cups at the very end, to me this talks about how you are going to utilize this logic and everything that you have with this Queen of Swords energy. Like, I really feel like you rely a lot on your own logic, your intelligence a lot. And I feel like with this butterfly right here, I don't know if you can see this. See this butterfly? Okay. I really feel like you're going to be transcending and transforming. You, not like you as an entire person is going to be transforming, but maybe the way that you view your emotions, okay? For some of you, maybe you've shut off your emotions for whatever reason. But with the Moon showing up here, to me, it shows like that you are going to be going on a, kind of like a journey with the pathway here, but it's more so to me like about illusions, about mental illusions and mental clarity, okay? Maybe you've been in this place of the Queen of Swords, like you're very smart, you listen to what other people have to say, you kind of like take all of the information from all of the different parties and kind of sift out all of the information so you know what to believe, what to think, but you make up your own mind, right? Like as a queen, you make up your own mind, okay? See with the bird, just a single bird right there, okay? You're just by yourself. You make up these things by yourself. You listen to others, but you make up your own mind, okay? And you are in charge. You don't allow yourself to really feel emotions for whatever reason, and I think that's because maybe you have this idea that emotions are going to cloud your judgment, cloud your mental clarity, cloud your like intelligence, right? Especially with the Moon, like it's all about illusions and not being able to sift your way through, okay? But to me, that is also kind of a good thing, okay? Because if you know everything, if you like kind of like are always on top of what you're thinking, what your intelligence is, what the numbers say, right? You kind of never explore your emotions or open your heart chakra up or open yourself up to different experiences, right? And with the Seven of Pentacles coming here, to me, that is like you starting to sow the seeds of these emotions. You starting to kind of give a little bit more power to the emotions by taking practical steps. So whether that's like therapy for some of you, that could be it, or whether it's just like you start to break down all of these beliefs that you've had, and like you start to kind of let the emotions come in. Because when you're balanced, right? When you are balanced, you are going to be a lot more successful, a lot more authentic. You're not going to feel so kind of like tight and frigid. Like you may feel like, you might not even realize at this moment in time, but later on, looking back on this time, you may feel like, oh my gosh, I was like so kind of like caught up in the moment and like clenched my fist, like very close-fisted. And see here, she is pointing to all of this. She is the only one that's looking this way, okay? And she's pointing to all of this. She has her open hand and she's ready, okay? I think that whatever it is that for you, like in this next time, you need to, or the message that you need to hear is to be open to accessing your emotions and kind of using both your logic and your emotions. Okay? Because with your heart chakra, it's not just all about emotions. It's all about making practical steps, but following your heart. Right? How are you going to make those practical steps with the Queen of Swords and take all of that information you have? But how do you really feel about that? Where does your heart want to take you? Because it's all well and good for your mind to be like, okay, well, like, this person goes to, like, this person said to go to university. This person said to go to university. I should probably go to university or whatever. But your heart is telling you, that's not really meant for me. Like, I really don't feel like that. Okay? And it's gonna, because, like, with the Seven of Pentacles, it's like new things that you are trying, and it's a lot of hard work for you to get there. Okay? But if you zoom out and stop looking so up close at things, like stop like looking at just like the distractions right here, you don't know what it's going to happen in the long term. And I feel like in the long term, see, with all of the vegetation around them, they're dancing, they're joyous, you're going to make connections with other people. You're also going to make connections with yourself. You're going to kind of harness the energy of your emotions and be able to go through all of these unknowns, because life is unknown. You can't always just like plan out everything in your life. I think that's what this is. It's like there's somebody out there who thinks that they've got like a 10-year plan. Okay, 10-year plans don't work. Okay, life is not something that can be planned for. It's something that can be like you can like have like fail-safes in place and make sure you've got enough money, make sure you've got like your insurance, make sure you've got like a good group of people around you, make sure you got a good head on your shoulders, okay? But you can't plan out exactly every single step, every single aspect of your life. You have to go with the flow of life, okay? And I feel like some of you might be, I don't want to say control freak, but maybe you like to control situations, okay? I understand that. I know people like that. It's all good. It's like the opposite of people who are just like, don't ever plan anything, okay? You need to have that good balance, especially with the Queen of Swords, okay? Looking out at everything that you have here. So we are going to get some more messages, okay? We first have Stillness, Reflecting Pool, number 33. Okay, 3s may be significant to you since we have 33, your pile number 3, and then we have the 3 of Cups here. Okay, but with the Reflecting Pool, with the 7 of Swords in the Reflecting Pool, there's 7 of Swords, the 7 of Pentacles, I really feel like you, maybe you're kind of like in this phase where like you're like, I've been trying to go down this pathway of like, kind of like going more into my emotions, but nothing is happening yet. Okay, like I'm not seeing the benefits quite yet. And I think that you still need to rest. Like you need to have a time of rest because your mind has been so kind of all over the place, very logical, right? Your mind needs to have a rest and you need to just contemplate what is going on, what emotions are coming into your life, what things are coming into your life, how you truly feel about them. Okay, see how she's like looking into the water here? The stillness. Okay, so you're looking into the emotions. Okay, reflecting pool. You're reflecting back on things. And that may be why you're not quite here yet with the 3 of Cups. Okay, because maybe you're, see how they're both looking down, like reflecting on all of these things. Maybe you're coming to realize that like all of like the material goods that maybe you thought for a really long time that meant success haven't actually been fulfilling for you because you kind of cut off that emotion, okay, to yourself. You've kind of cut that off. And it's time for you to reflect and look back at all of these things and realize like, oh, That's not where my happiness is going to come from. My happiness is not going to come from that. My happiness is going to come from me enjoying life with myself, with my friends, with my family, traveling, doing the things that make me happy and bring me joy. Not just all of these material goods, right? Then we have retreat. Yes, okay. Retreat. Spirit Guardian of Winter 38. Whew. Okay, sorry. Just needed a second there. Spirit Guardian of Winter Retreat number 38. This is so good. This makes so much sense to me because, again, it just talks about being kind of like in a retreat, kind of isolation period, like a period where you're just by yourself, you're really reflecting, you're contemplating, you're resting, you're getting new energy behind things, okay? I think this is really important time for you, especially the winter. So if you're watching this when I post this video, which would be the beginning of November 2022, if you're watching this video when I post it, which would be the beginning of November, we're going into the winter season. So maybe through the winter season, when you come out in spring, right, that's when you're going to have like more of a joyous time. But maybe using the winter or the next like 3 to 4 months, I would say, just to really rest, okay, and harness that power that you have inside of you. Really work through any emotions, any traumas, anything that has been kind of keeping you in this Queen of Swords situation where you're looking at things, I don't want to say in a cold lens because that's not right, but like more of a stoic lens. Like I'm not going to really put much like emotion into it. I'm not going to put my emotions out there. I'm not going to talk to other people about my emotions because I don't know how they're going to react and I don't know how I'm going to react and I don't think I'm ready for that. And it's time for you to take this kind of rest right now while things are cultivating, things are brewing under the surface. There's nothing more that you can do at this time. Your commitment is being tested. Yes, that makes 100% lots of sense right now, okay? Your commitment is being tested in this time. Again, with like the purple, right? So your third eye will be important to you and your heart chakra at this time. But your commitment is being tested because you thought, again, see it with this moon? Like we're getting like the moon with the clouds, like it's kind of like veiled. Things are veiled right now. You can't really see them. You don't know if you made the right decision. You're kind of like, oh, this is maybe why I don't like to talk about my emotions. Maybe something happened that made you think like, oh, I can't talk about my emotions right now. This was actually a bad thing for me to do. Your commitment is being tested, okay? Because this is part of your journey. This kind of like stillness time, this time where you're really reflecting back on things. It's a time of rest for you, okay? So just like chill out and stop worrying about things that you can't control right now. You will get to this place of joy and happiness and fulfillment, okay? But you need to, it's like if you've been telling yourself certain things for so long, it's not like you can just snap your fingers and you're going to be perfectly fine again, right? It's not like you're going to just like magically be so in tune with your emotions all over again or like suddenly, you know what I mean? It's going to take a little bit of time for things to cultivate. And all you can really do is look down and reflect on what you've done and how life has affected you and how you can move forward and how you can do things a little bit differently, right? And then the last card that we have from the Moonology deck is Hold Your Vision. Yes. Okay, hold your vision. Hold your vision. So, again, that goes perfectly with the commitment is being tested. Hold your vision at this time, okay, pile number 3, because you have to go through these mountain peaks, right, and the valleys. You have to walk down that path to get to the end of the path. You can't just like get there, right? Things need time to cultivate. You need to take time to retreat into yourself and really learn more about yourself. When you are able to harness this Queen of Swords energy, with like the Three of Cups, which is like that joy, that emotional fulfillment, right? With friends, with yourself, you're feeling more stable, right? Holding your vision from beginning to end, knowing that, okay, life is not a straight line. Life is going to be ups and downs, right? With the mountains here. And sometimes I'm going to know what's happening. Sometimes things are going to happen without me knowing that they're going to happen. Sometimes things are going to happen suddenly and I'm going to have to react, right? Sometimes there's times of rest, okay? And you're at one of those times. So just knowing where you want to get to is going to be the greatest thing for you. When you're able to zoom out and look, hey, in the long run, this is where I want to be. I want to be at the Three of Cups. I want to be at this hold your vision place where I have finally reached the destination, right? But sometimes when things are really brutal and very fogged over, right, illusion, and I can't see my way forward, the only thing for me to do is stop and wait for the way forward to reveal itself to me. Okay? So pile number 3, we are going to get one final card with this Rose Oracle deck right here. And this card wants to come out. Okay? So we have plant yourself here. Integration, embodiment, grounded action. Yeah. Okay. See how they're all looking down? Like I said, it's like taking the time right now to just ground yourself is going to be super important, especially because if you're like a very logical person and you're trying to get into your emotions, it could be very overwhelming for you emotionally and mentally. So grounding yourself, getting out into nature, again, reflecting, looking down. I like how we have like the water energy and the earth energy here, both telling you to like kind of like look down, ground yourself, and embody the place, like embody that person that you want to be here with the Three of Cups. Embody the thing that you want to be. Kind of get that energy, visualize it. If you need to journal, like whatever kind of like manifestation thing works best for you. If you're into that sort of thing, that'll be very, very helpful at this time. But I even find like just meditating and kind of like feeling the energy that of where I want to be, that's going to help you get through this time. Plant yourself here, again, with this cabin. Sometimes the only thing for you to do is stop and be still and allow things to happen the way that they're meant to happen. Sometimes the more that we try and discover something, the harder and harder it is for us to find it. Sometimes we need to just stop, be still, and ground ourselves until the way forward comes forward for us, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading, pile number 3. If you did, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe, and I will have all of the decks linked in the description box down below. Let's put a snowflake emoji, okay? Snowflake emoji so that I know and everybody else knows that you made it to the end of your reading. And I will see you guys in my very next video. Bye! Hi, pile number 4. This is your reading if you chose the Rainbow Moonstone bracelet right here. Okay, this is a bracelet that I used to wear all the time, and it broke off of me recently. So the crystals have done their work, and hopefully they can help heal you today, because by golly gee, y'all have gone through it from what I can see. Okay, so first things first, we're going to take a nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth together, and hold it, okay? Ready? Hold. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Okay, now that we're a little bit more grounded, pile number 4, let's just discuss this half and this half, okay? I can already see, one, you've been going through it, okay? Things have been very tough. You feel like an outsider. You feel stranded, you feel left out in the cold right here, you feel hurt. All of these three show that hurt: the emotional, the physical, and the mental hurt. Maybe you've been hurt by a partner or somebody very close to you, with the wands wanting to show up here. Same with like the Five of Pentacles. The stained glass always reminds me of like church. Okay, and I'm not saying like in a religious like type of way, but when I think about church, I think about like that kind of like community that people have around church. Okay, so maybe you've been hurt by people that were very close to you that you thought had like your best intentions, had best intentions for you, I should say. And you feel trapped, right? With the Eight of Swords, you feel trapped and all isolated, all by yourself, and you feel like you've been carrying a burden. So whatever this is for you, if this is like something that like somebody cheated on you, somebody did something even worse to you, somebody broke your trust, or maybe you've been feeling this pain for years and you've just like been carrying it on your back, not wanting to talk to anybody else about it. Right? That's kind of like the energy that I get, like that you feel broken. And that's funny. I chose these like things, like the crystals, before I chose the cards. And that's funny that you feel broken, and we have my broken bracelet here for you guys for pile number 4. That to me is just like a coincidence or a message from spirit, right? And I think that your message is that you don't, I think you know how strong you are, because we have the 10 of Wands showing up here. You know that you can carry a lot. You know you can pull up with a lot of fucking bullshit. And I know you can, because you're mentally strong. You're mentally tough, because you've been put here in this situation, right? It's like that saying, like, God won't give you more than you can handle. Mother Gaia, the universe, whatever you want to call it. Okay, you can handle so much, but I think that you're just exhausted. You're exhausted by it. You don't want to do it anymore. Like, who wants to do this, right? You don't want to do it anymore. With the Hermit showing up here, the message for you is that it's important for you to kind of look within and find that lightness, right? See it with the Hermit here. He's got a lantern, okay? But I don't know if you can see, if you look really, really close, that's a little star. It looks like a little star in there. Finding that thing that ignites you, that is that light inside of your soul, okay? Not another person, right? Please do not, and I don't know why I'm saying this, because this is not about relationships, but one person out there needs to hear this. Do not try and like figure this out for another person. You need to figure it out for yourself, right? You need to find your light that is something for you or something about you, not for somebody else, and not your light can't be somebody else. You know what I mean? Okay, this is a journey this is a journey just for you. Okay? With the 5 of Swords showing up here, okay? Okay. Whew, sorry. There was just a lot of things that happened in my head right then. 1, you are going to become this like stronger person through this Hermit, right? Through looking within and finding that mental strength, because you have that mental strength with everything that's going on here. There's no doubt about that. But I think that because this has been going on for years, maybe this has been going on for your whole life, like maybe you're a people pleaser and you don't want to like let people down, but you need to hear right now that this is your era for you to be selfish. Like this, like the sayings like on TikTok, like, this is my villain era. This may be your villain era. You know what I mean? Like, and by villain era, I mean just like you taking care of yourself and like wanting to be a functioning human being that like looks out for your well-being and is successful, right? With the 3 of Pentacles showing up here, lots of collaborations, making new friendships, making new connections, making yourself more stable, right? With the 3 pentacles there. It is your time to go within with this strength, right? You have the strength inside of you because you already have it here. You need to take this time, this opportunity. If this is something that you've been feeling like, oh my gosh, I can't do this any longer. I need to, like, you've been having this like inkling in your heart, or you're like, oh, well, I don't want to let other people down because I'm doing so much for them and they don't, like, people don't realize how much I'm doing for them. Some people are going to walk away from you, okay? And that's in your best interest. People who you have been doing things for your entire life or for a really long time and you feel like kind of trapped, like you can't move forward in your own journey, or you're going to get like exiled, right? With the 5 of Pentacles here. Some of these people are going to walk away from you, right? These people are walking away from him. It's just the nature of the game, okay? Because you have been doing these things for so long. And when you start to put up boundaries and you start to put up this hermit energy where you're digging deep within to find your passion, finding your soul, finding your strength for yourself, and being, you know, a villain in your own story, or being like the main character finally in your own life, right? That self-love, that's going to be important for you. And these people are going to walk away because they're users, okay? And I'm not saying everybody will walk away from you, but you may start to have more conflicts with other people because you're going to be putting up these boundaries for yourself, or you should be, I should say. Like, this is a message for you. You should put up boundaries with people. Okay, you need to make sure that you're putting time and effort into yourself. You can't put all of your time and your effort into other people because it's not going to be emotionally fulfilling for you. And see, look at this, does not look fun, right? But see here with the 5 of Swords, smiling. They're smiling. They're with their swords. And these people are walking away from him and he's smiling because he knows that those people, they're only here for a season. They're only here to help you accomplish one thing or help you to learn one lesson, right? And that's okay. Okay? For whoever needs to hear that. It's okay for you to become this new person and for people to walk away from you. Why do you want to be friends or have a relationship? Or like, you know, even if it's family members, right? I know family can be so hard to kind of like navigate. If you put these boundaries up, why would you want to be used by other people who aren't putting the same kind of energy into you? Like, ask yourself, are these people really putting the same kind of energy that I've been putting into myself or into them? No, they probably haven't. Right? And you're going to meet new friends, okay, with the 3 of Pentacles. You're going to meet new friends and new people who are on the same wavelength as you, people who understand you, people who are going to collaborate with you, people who are going to lift you up, people who are going to be there for you, people who are going to be like-minded, okay? And this can literally be in any aspect of your life, like whether it's like personal relationships, career relationships, romantic relationships, okay? But this is your message. It's time for you to start worrying about yourself and stop caring about other people who are not putting the same kind of energy into you that you are. You know what I mean? It's time for you to stop feeling broken because you are one of the strongest people, okay? People don't realize, okay, as somebody who is a recovering people pleaser myself, okay, people don't realize how freaking tough they are when they're this kind of personality type, like this type of person who wants to wants to make sure everybody's okay, wants to fix everything, wants to make sure everybody's happy, wants to do things, wants to go above and beyond at work because you feel like that's going to be helpful. Like you just want to be helpful no matter the detriment to yourself, because you don't see the value in yourself is the bottom line. And it's time for you to truly see the value of yourself and take that strength. Look at all of the stuff that you're doing. You're carrying 10 frickin' wands. 10 wands. You're carrying 10 of them. Okay? You feel trapped and alone most of the time because you can't understand why people you can't understand because you put so much time and effort into other people or into other relationships, right? Into other things, and you can't understand why you feel alone all the time. And I feel like, especially when you're a people pleaser, you kind of get in this cycle of like, oh, I feel like out alone by myself, so I'm gonna try and make people like me even more, but then you attract people who are users, okay? And it is time for you to let go of that. It's time for you to focus on yourself because you're going to attract people who are like-minded and people who do care about you. Okay, so we are going to get some more messages with our Angel Oracle cards. We have your hard work is paying off, new moon in Capricorn, and I think that this 100% goes with everything that we've been talking about in today's reading, okay? Like I said, you are a hard worker. You are somebody who puts a lot of time and energy into every aspect of your life, and it is time for you to put that into yourself, right? Your hard work is paying off. It's a new chapter with the new moon, right? It's something new that you're trying, and you need to take this energy that you have here and put it into yourself, put it into that strength, okay? Because that is only going to better you. Yes, confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. Again, new moons, we're going into a new season, a new phase of your life. And again, it's that confidence. Like I was talking about before, people who are generally like this, right? People pleasers, they don't have the confidence in themselves. And it's time for you to take this confidence. See how we had like that little, like the light, how I talked about that light within? We have Leo, which is like one of the most outgoing of the signs showing up here. You need to find that kind of like Leo, that spark, that light that's inside of you, and use that confidence for you to move forward. Again, he's smiling. He knows he's on his way to find people who are like-minded like him. Yes. We also have Bear Spirit, which is healing, number 4. Okay, so maybe you've been like one of those more maternal people. Like whenever I see bears, I always think about moms. Okay, I don't know why. They just like, I just think about moms for whatever reason. And like this time, this journey, this hermit mode that you're going to be going into, it's going to be very healing for you. Okay, it's going to be very important to your journey, this healing. That's how you're going to move forward, because the thing is, I feel like people, when they are like in this kind of like negative energy where they're like constantly carrying the burden, they feel trapped, they feel like they can't leave these people, or they're scared for these people to walk away from them, so they stay, and they stay trapped, right? When you start healing yourself, right? You start healing yourself here. When these people do walk away, if you're nervous about them walking away, then they probably were meant to walk away. And when they do walk away, you are going to be standing tall, and you're going to have the confidence because you know that you are a person who can do anything and achieve anything because you are that strong. And you will have people come into your life that meet you. Yes, acceptance. Number 41. Okay, acceptance. During this time, you may see 5s because we have 3 5s showing up here. Okay, so this could be that could just be like a transitional period for you, right? Transitioning between what you were before and like finding the strength within and kind of accepting, like, see how she is looking up? She looks very confident and she is accepting what is going on. She is accepting what her journey is. She is accepting, she's smiling, she's looking back. She knows that this is meant for her higher good, for her higher self, right? It is meant. You're not meant to be something that is broken, right? You are not meant to be something that is broken and continue to be broken and continue to feel used, right? You are somebody who is here to use this strength and cultivate better relationships with yourself and with other people, okay? Use that confidence. So we're going to get one final message using the Rose Oracle deck right here. We will have all of the cards and the decks that I use in today's reading linked in the description box down below. So make sure to check that out if you see anything that you're super interested in. I'm going to just give this a little shuffle so we can get one final message that pile number 4 needs to hear in their journey. Okay. One final message that they need to hear at this time. Oh, that one flew right out. We have the return. Oh my God, this makes me so happy. A new story. You decide. Alignment. It's coming together. Okay, this goes so well with everything that we've been talking about. It is a new chapter in your life. That's why you're going to see the 5s, because you're literally in that transition phase. It's your choice. You can stay here. You can stay and stay stuck, stay burdened, stay sad, right? Stay in a place that you don't feel 100% yourself and you're 100% authentic in. You can stay there, or you can return to that soul, right? To that place that you had before all of this took place. You know, when we get into kind of like toxic situations or into family drama or whatever this is for you, right? Like when we get into those situations and we take on these responsibilities, kind of just snowballs and it keeps going and it keeps going and you feel trapped, right? Before that, there was this light that was inside of you, this confidence, like when you were a child or a baby, right? It is time for you to return to that light, to that confidence, right? Alignment. It's coming together. Accepting that this is coming together. If, like I said, this is confirmation if you have been feeling trapped for a long time and you just don't know what to do about it. What you do about it is you start looking within, you start doing the shadow work, you start looking at all of the ways that you can change, you start putting up boundaries with yourself and with other people, and you start healing. Okay? You have to work hard. You know how you work hard for everybody else? You have to work hard for yourself if that's what you want. Okay? So pile number 4, I feel very, very good for you, okay? Even though you have a lot of heaviness in your group, I really strongly relate to your group, like a lot. Like this was me last year and a year before that. Like this, I've had to do a lot of hard work and I feel very, like I resonate with you guys, okay? So if you enjoyed this reading, make sure to put a lion emoji in the description, in the comments, not the description, in the comments down below so I know and everybody else knows you made it to the end of your reading. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and I always love hearing from you guys how these readings help, so make sure to comment down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Love you. Bye.